Hi, Zofia. How are you doing?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Doing
Oh,
good.
I
Thanks for asking.
turn. Sorry for being so late. I could not figure out how to log on. I'm
Oh no,
just
it's all
kind
good.
of
It's all good. Yeah, thank you so much for taking. Yeah, thank you so much for taking time for the interview. I really appreciate it, for sure. How's your day going?
pretty good so far. Yeah, how are
Nice,
you?
nice. Doing good. Yeah, I just woke up like an hour ago, like an hour and 19 minutes ago. Yeah, just read the Bible and just getting ready for this interview. So yeah, thanks for asking.
Cool.
Yeah, so how have you been overall? Like, how's quarantine life at home?
Um, it's had some ups and
Hmm.
downs, Overall, I'm doing good right now. I'm like starting to see so that's it's like a bit boring, I guess,
Hmm.
because I don't have anywhere to go or like anything
Right.
really interesting to do, but it's
Gotcha.
been good so far.
So have you been like trying to learn some new hobbies or trying to try some new things during this time?
Yeah, I actually just made like this bucket list of stuff that I want to do, and a lot of it is just like things I can do at home. I've been trying to learn how to do the 4x4 Rubik's Cube,
Nice, nice.
so and then also like just reading some books that I
Hmm.
really, yeah.
Cool, cool. Yeah, I need to get into that too for Rubik's Cube because I bought a couple and still didn't get a chance to just take the time
I
just to
just
learn.
got yeah the 4x4 I've never done, so I'm really want to do that one.
Got it. Nice, nice. Yeah. So I just want to first start off into just saying starting off like asking where you born and where you from.
So I was born in Poland,
Mm,
and so all of my family pretty much is Polish,
nice.
and I actually spent most of my life there. I guess. Sorry.
It's all good.
Um, so I was born in Warsaw, and I lived there up until like fourth grade, I think, and then I moved
Okay.
to the U.S. But then my family like moved back and forth, so
Hmm.
it's been kind of wild that way. But yeah.
Got you. Yeah. So how's your experience just like moving back and forth and your experience in Poland and U.S.?
So I mean, I'm really like happy that I got the opportunity to move and like see how life goes in like all these different places.
Hmm.
So I'm happy that I got to like meet new friends everywhere and sort of like I have friends around the world that way.
Hmm.
But like it also has some minuses. Like it's been stressful throughout the couple of years, just because we moved around because of my dad's job, and so sometimes over the summer we'd go back to Poland, not knowing whether we'll be coming back or not.
Oh, okay.
Um, and so it all depended on whether my dad would like get his job for another year.
Hmm.
And so like over the summer I'd be meeting up with friends and telling them that like,
Hmm.
well, I don't know if I'm gonna be here next year or if I'm gonna like move back. And also just the whole thing of just like moving from one house to another or finding like a new house and like a new place is just tough and just like I guess starting over in a completely new place.
Right.
But just after a while you get used to it, but like first I know it was just a bit strange for me
Hmm.
to just like when I moved to the U.S. for the first time, like not knowing the language and not knowing anyone, it was a bit difficult at first,
Hmm.
but for the while.
Got it. So when did you like move to America?
When I was in fourth grade.
Okay, got it. Yeah. So okay, got you. So what would you say was like the biggest challenge in terms of just like moving stuff like that, and any effect on like running or anything like that, just the mindset.
Um, I think the whole, I think moving around kind of impacted my running positively, I'd say,
Okay, nice.
because I got to, I guess, get insight from many different teams and coaches,
Hmm.
and just train with a lot of different people. And I think it's kind of nice to be able to run both here in the U.S. with like my high school team and now hopefully my college team this fall.
Mhm.
But so going back to Poland and running there, running at nationals or internationally, it's just a really fun experience.
Mhm.
And it's a lot different, and the training style is a little bit different too. But I think I can somehow benefit from that also,
Mm.
just seeing the different perspectives.
Got it. In the future, so would you like represent like Poland or U.S. in the future?
Well, I'm not a U.S. citizen actually, so
Oh,
I
okay.
can only represent Poland, but
Got it, got
yeah.
it. And so, what is your story of like getting into running? Like, how did you get into running? And I believe you didn't run freshman year, right, in high school, right?
I well actually I was in Poland that year,
Oh, okay.
but I ran there.
Got it.
Um, I guess it's kind of hard to say when exactly it started because my first couple of years were just like mostly just playing around, not actually training.
Mhm.
I remember I first like started liking running back in elementary school, where my school did this thing. There was like this running club where
Uh,
we just basically just ran laps around the school field, but
mhm.
every time we did a mile, they'd give us like a little like footprint pendant thing for our necklaces that
Oh,
we
cool.
needed, and we would have to collect like
Oh
all
shoot,
these
I
running
remember
clubs.
that. Yeah, I think they did that in my school too, elementary school. Right.
Yeah, so I thought that was really fun,
Right.
and that's what sort of made me like running, I guess, in the first place. And then afterwards, I um I trained with a club in Poland for like a year, I think, and then we moved to the US again, and that was in seventh grade, and that was like the first time I did both cross country and track, and sort of like figured out that like there's more to training than just running around the school and just having fun, but like it was also really fun. It's just like I guess it was the first year that I actually did some real training.
Nice.
Um, yeah.
So what sparked like the joy and just like the mindset of just taking it kind of seriously, or just start like training and competing?
I think I always really liked the team aspect of it,
For sure.
especially when we were in the US. It was just like so team driven, and we were all just like one big family,
Hmm.
have the same goals, and so it was nice to both get better as a runner individually, but also like knowing that I can put in something for the team really made me want to do it.
Got you. So what would you say is like the biggest thing that changed you and taught you from your experience from running?
Ooh, biggest thing. Um, I guess more recently, um, my high school coaches um, told me sort of how to like um, not get too stressed out before races
Hmm.
because I used to get really stressed out, and I mean I still do, but now my mindset is sort of different. It's not just about oh I have to like do well and I really want to like get this place or get this hit this time. It's more like about the effort and how much I put out there,
Hmm.
and yeah, I guess that's sort of changed the way I race a little bit. Just knowing that it's it's okay, like whether I win or lose, as long as like I tried to win.
For
Yeah.
sure, for sure. Yeah, like I heard a lot of story like that too. Like interviewed Taylor James. She talked about like how she just really struggled with anxiety and nerves during the race, and later after that, like just overcoming that, just her running performance just changed a lot, and definitely like a lot of people struggle with that. So like how do you overcome that, like for you personally, and deal with the nerves and the mental side of it, and overcoming that?
Um, Part of it is just like I try to do something relaxing
Mhm.
before my race, or just something that I enjoy doing, or just like reading a book that I like, or
Mhm.
just hanging out with my teammates and just joking around. Um, like I remember at our cross country state meet last year, we were all sort of just like really chilling out. Like before the race,
Mhm.
we like dyed our hair purple and all that. Like just like basically trying to take our minds off the actual
Hmm.
race. And I guess it worked well for us because like we weren't just thinking about the outcome of the race, but more so just about like doing our best out there.
For sure, for sure. Nice, nice. And I was wondering, like, what would you say is like the highlight, for your high school running career? And you got Brooks PR that you won for the mile, and also you got FootLocker running first time and winning that as well. So just do all your experiences from high school running. What would you say was the highlight?
Man, it's really hard to say because
Hmm.
especially my last 2 years, I really had a great experience with racing, and it's been fun at like all these meets. I guess I really did enjoy FootLocker.
Hmm. Sure.
I thought that was like a big highlight and just like a great way to finish off my high school cross country
Hmm.
career. And guess I also just had a great time out there, just in general, and all these like big races that I've done. I think it was really nice just because I guess all the runners can have a great time there, no matter how well they performed.
Hmm.
There's like a lot of different activities and just like getting to
All right.
meet new people also and like all these great runners. So
For sure. Yeah, it's great. Just like the way, like in the Annex and Foot Locker, just the way they, run it and just, put it all together. It's just like great opportunity just to, just gain a lot of knowledge too in terms of like the pro runners that like they kind of mentor you and just like lead you as a leader, and also like just like great opportunity to meet new people, and just, putting like fun experience, just putting, like just making sure you have a great experience, not just the race as well. So yeah, for sure. So you had a huge improvement from your junior year to your senior year in cross country. What would you say is like the biggest factor, and we say that contributed to the transformation and success? Like, did you kind of expect that you're gonna be like a transformed runner and like realize that?
I think going into senior year, I was definitely hoping to PR in cross country
Hmm.
and thinking that I could probably set a big PR that year. And I think a lot of um, there were like a lot of things that contributed to that, but mostly because my previous 2 seasons were not like I guess totally full seasons because I moved. So I moved to Ann Arbor my sophomore year,
Oh,
and
okay.
I started a little late, and that was like my first time ever running 5Ks in cross country, and so I was like still getting used to all that and figuring it out. And then my junior year, so after my sophomore year, I was dealing with a stress fracture during the summer, actually 2 stress fractures,
Oh,
and
wow.
so I was still healing from that.
Hmm.
And so that's why my junior year, my cross country season was basically just like half the cross country season, just the second half, pretty much.
Oh, dang.
And so I didn't get to race much, and I thought that I still had like a lot more in me,
Hmm.
and just comparing my track times that year to my cross country times, I thought I could probably like improve cross country.
Got you. Yeah, was that emotionally like, and mentally like kind of tough for you? Just like not like, kind of like a smooth transition to each season, and little obstacles going around.
Oh wait, I'm sorry, I didn't
Yeah,
really
I was
catch that.
wondering, like, was it pretty tough for you, like, mentally and just emotionally, just like not having like a smooth transition into like each season and things going in your way and like obstacles that you gotta face?
A little bit for sure. I mean, I'm really grateful for what I was able to actually accomplish, but I, especially this last track
Hmm.
season, I was really hoping that it would happen,
For
and like
sure.
I was hoping that I could get some great PRs this year
Hmm.
and just finish off my high school career the way I wanted to, the way I imagined it
All right.
to. But unfortunately, that couldn't happen. And I guess just one thing that really frustrated me was just all the uncertainty around everything. It
Right.
was just not knowing whether races would happen or like the season will happen. And now I'm unsure like what the situation is going to look like in the fall and
Right.
whether we'll be able to have a normal cross country season. So that's been tough to deal with.
Hmm.
Um, but I think just also just having my high school teammates around is really helpful and just we still practice together and like hang out, so it's nice. So I guess I have a lot of support from people.
Got you. Was the training kind of difficult for you, and just like the knowing uncertainty and trying to like balance and manage your training?
Yeah, I mean, it was a bit difficult at first because, um, well, for once, we couldn't like meet to as a team to practice. So it was just me and my sisters, which is I'm glad that I had my sisters with me, but it was not the same as having the whole team.
Right.
And a lot of workouts on my own is difficult.
For sure.
But also just the whole thing with not knowing whether the races will happen or like just not I wasn't at first I wasn't really sure if like I should prepare for more track races or am I just like preparing for cross country, which is
Right.
the training for that is a bit different.
For
So
sure.
it's always easier to figure out your training when you know when you're going to race and what you're going to race. But
Exactly. Got you. Um, so in terms of like training wise for the cross country season, like have you heard back from your coach for Stanford, and has he give you like a certain like plan and schedule, and like talking about like what's going to happen in the fall, or like in terms of like camp or something like that?
yeah, so we've been talking a lot about like how our fall season might look like, and right now there's just like a lot of uncertainty around everything.
Right.
Um, but so normally the team goes out to camp like 3 weeks before school starts. But this year we won't be able to have like a camp where we usually do. We are hoping to be able to come to campus a little, like maybe 2 weeks early to have like a little camp on campus
Mm-hmm.
and just train there. But we still don't know how what that's going to look like. And also just the whole fact that like we don't even know which races we're going to race this season is a bit difficult. But we still like just trying to prepare for like a normal season, I guess, for now.
For sure. And I was wondering, so can you talk about like your experience and the moments that, like at FootLocker, and like what made you decide going to FootLocker, and it was your first time, and you know you won that race and also broke the course record as well.
Well, I guess I've always wanted to go to like both Foot Locker and
Uh
NXN
huh.
for like my whole like high school career, but like before then, I guess it was more just like a dream and not really something that I could achieve. And then I guess in my junior year, I started thinking about it more seriously, and so um, it was that. And that year, I went to my both NXR and Foot Locker regionals, and I did not make the nationals in either of those that year.
Oh wow. Okay.
But it was a great experience to just like go to the regional, especially because their Foot Locker regional course is, I think, pretty difficult, and it's muddy every single year, and it was
Okay.
just a mud pit. And so it was this year also. Um, but after that, I was just like hoping that maybe next year I could try for those like either top 10 or like top 5 spots. And I guess just the main reason why I really wanted to go was just like the history of both those meets, and like knowing how many great athletes have come through both Foot Locker and NXN really made me want to go. And then in the end, it turned out that I wouldn't be able to go to NXN because I was actually hoping to race for Poland that same weekend.
Oh, okay.
So that's what I did, but I was really happy that I got to go to Foot Locker because I had an amazing time there. And honestly, I just going in, I thought I had a good chance of winning, and that was, I guess, my goal, because if I didn't set that to be my goal, then I wouldn't probably get there. But I knew that there were just so many great runners that I wouldn't be disappointed in myself if I didn't win. But the fact that it happened is just so. I still think that is kind of unbelievable.
Hmm.
I it's just like I'm glad that my work paid off.
For sure. Yeah, that's crazy. Just going there first time like ever, and just like breaking the course
Yeah,
record, and
just
also
like
like yeah.
all these runners who have been there for like some even like 3-4 years
Right.
straight, and like everyone like seemed to know the course and like what it's
Yeah.
like. But then I don't know. I guess it just worked out well.
What was your like emotion and some of your thoughts like afterwards, or just like realizing that you won and just like your first time ever there and like breaking the course record as well?
Well, I don't think I broke the course
Oh, you
record
didn't?
actually. I think I
Oh,
was
okay.
maybe like fourth or
Oh, okay.
something.
My bad. My bad. All right, I gotta check on that.
I PR'd myself, so that was
Right.
really happy. I was really happy about that. And
Mhm.
honestly, like the emotions right afterwards, it was just insane. I couldn't believe it for a while. I was just like, wow, did I really do this? But I was just like so happy
Mhm.
that I was just like really happy that all my work paid off.
Mhm.
And um, yeah, it was just a great feeling right after the race.
Nice. So like during like it was your first time going to it, like what was your just your plan and just like and your thoughts of like a pretty difficult course too and like a lot of people have experience of it as well. Some of the hills and stuff like that. So like how was that for you and like the awesome like between you and Marley at the end too.
Right. So yeah, I definitely heard a lot about the course being really difficult, because,
Mhm.
especially because of that one hill. Um, but oh, the week before, I actually raced on another course that was also really hilly,
Oh, okay.
and so I got like experience from that.
Hmm.
Um, but I think I was just like not thinking about how hard it will be. I just knew that like all the runners have to go through the same thing. The course is the same for everyone. So I was just like hoping to go out there and like stick with the front pack and just like see what I can do, I
Hmm.
guess.
Got you. And I was wondering, what made you decide to run for Poland and take away that experience from NXN, that LGB last opportunity?
Um, so it was like, I guess I just also started running internationally for Poland
Okay.
recently, and I did have a great experience in the summer, and I really wanted to continue doing that. So I just thought that it would be like another great opportunity to race for the European cross country
Hmm.
championships. And I really wanted to go to NXN also, but I was thinking that like at least I'll go to like one national meet in the US, and then
Hmm.
also be able to run in Europe.
Okay. Got it. And how's your experience, representing Poland and racing?
It's been really fun so far. So I guess my first meet, or like the first championships that I went to, it was also really exciting. I basically came out there just like to see what it's like, because I was like seated maybe like somewhere in the teens, I think, in my event, which was the 3K. And so I was just like out there, and I was hoping to do my best, but I definitely didn't think I could win. And the fact that I did was like pretty crazy. And yeah, I had a great time out there as well.
Nice.
And it's nice to be able to race both in the US and in Europe,
Hmm.
because we get to like race against runners from all over the world. It's just like, yeah, it's nice to race against some new people also.
For sure, that's awesome. And can you also talk about with NX experiencing FootLocker as well for Constantine, also the national race at Brooks PR, your junior year. Can you talk about like the prior to that and leading up to Brooks PR and also your experience there as well?
Yeah, so my junior track season was also really exciting.
Hmm.
Um, I guess it all sort of started out like during indoor and after like New Balance nationals. I realized that I was like getting in pretty decent shape, and then like being invited to the Brooks PR afterwards was just like one of those moments, just like a dream come true. And so I was really excited to go to the meet. And overall, I had a great experience there, and also like it was also another where like it was more than just the race part of it that was fun. Like we did so many other things, and we like saw the Brooks headquarters and all of that. And
Nice.
so it was really exciting. And also just like meeting all the runners there
Hmm.
was super fun for me. And I guess like going in, I was like at first like doubtful and like thinking that I don't know if like this is the right place for me, because it was sort of like the first time that I was like going to race, like invited to a race on like such high level
Right.
with like all great runners. And so I guess my high school coaches helped me through that and like helped me realize that it was my place and that like I I could win or like just could do well against all these runners. So yeah.
That's awesome. And how about like afterwards, like realizing that you won and having those thoughts prior to it that you might, you feel like not belonging there and stuff like that.
It was crazy. Once again, I was just like so surprised. At first, the race like started out not super fast, I think. And so I was like a bit concerned that like everyone just start sprinting at the end and I
Right.
get like outside by everyone. But I guess it turned out I did have a little bit of a kick at the end,
Hmm.
so that was nice. And once again, it was just like sort of rewarding to realize that the hard work that I put in that season actually paid off, and that it wasn't, I guess, something that made me realize that I can race at like such a high level and against the runners that were there. But like, I guess it sort of made me realize that I did have a place there.
For sure. That's awesome. And I was wondering if you have like a certain diet that you go by and just like your view on diet and constant kind of like a lot of people that struggle with is like body image and just like the mindset of like losing weight and trying to like increase that speed and being the fast runner that you can be and that a lot of people struggle with. Yeah.
Right, yeah, it is a big struggle for a lot of runners, and I guess what people don't realize is that like runners just come in all shapes and sizes,
Right.
and yeah, I personally don't follow like any specific diet. I sort of just like go off of what my body feels like it needs,
Hmm.
but just try to generally stick with like the healthy choices and like homemade meals or like yeah, just like healthier snacks and I guess just not going and eating a bunch of fast food every day. And definitely before races, I try to like eat well and also like if the race is in the morning, then I usually have like the same thing. Well, not exactly the same thing, but like some oatmeal for breakfast or like something that I know will bother me later in the day. I
Hmm.
do sometimes struggle with like having if I have like too much to eat before a race, then like that usually goes wrong. So I have to
Right.
like wait out a really long time and make sure like my stomach feels
Hmm.
completely like fine. And I'd rather like be hungry before a race than like have too much in my stomach, I
Right.
guess. But I've been trying to like figure that out. Yeah.
Okay, got you. So I was wondering what kind of legacy did you wanted to establish, as a high school runner?
I guess I didn't really think about that while it was happening, but I guess like now that I'm done with high school, I hope I did leave some sort of legacy. And I guess I just wanted I'd like people to realize that as long as like you dream big and stick to your goals, then a lot of it you can achieve. And there will be setbacks for sure, but I guess coming into uh, Pioneer, like my sophomore year, I definitely didn't expect to suddenly become the top runner in cross country. Like, and I guess my coaches probably didn't see that at first either, but just the consistency in training and just like um, getting back up after any kind of setbacks helped me through that. So if anyone learned anything from that, that would be great.
Hmm, got it. And I was wondering, from all your experience and from running and the things that you learned and grown, I was wondering what's the biggest advice for like the next young generation of runners?
Um, I guess it's also something that I realized like more recently because of the pandemic,
Mm.
but knowing that you don't just run just to race is like a big deal because we do train to race, but
Hmm.
in the end, running is just something that I love to do. And so
For sure.
if you don't realize that and if you don't have that motivation, just like then it definitely training will be hard.
Oh, yeah.
Um, because I guess for me it's just like something, just going out on a run is something that just like makes me happy. So if you have that, then I think you can continue doing well in running no matter what. But yeah, so I guess that would be my advice. Just like not to think about, oh, I need to like do well in this race, or like I'm not good enough to like race that well. Instead of just like focus on like what you get out of it personally.
Exactly. Yeah, definitely. Just like running, like definitely like enjoying the process as well, and also just really enjoying it as well, and just trying to get something out of during that time of just running. And definitely the sport of running brings so much besides just races and PRs and stuff like that. Just personally and just growth as well, and character, and a lot of benefits as well, and also mentally. So yeah, for sure. I was wondering. So you mentioned before that you dealt with a couple, injuries. I was wondering, like, if you face any like adversity or like low point in running. And if so, like, how did you overcome that, and what did you learn during that difficult time of adversity?
Yeah, for sure. I learned a lot, especially when I was injured, like at the end of my sophomore year.
Hmm.
So I was dealing with shin splints for a while, and back then I was just like dumb, and so I didn't like react fast enough. And at first I was trying to run through it, and just really wanted to run in the state meet.
Right.
And in the end, it turned out that I had a stress fracture. So I couldn't run for a while, and then like over the summer I was still struggling with that, and I had like another stress fracture in like almost the same place. And so that definitely set me back, and because of that, my junior cross country season was still cut short. And I guess the main thing that I learned from that was just like to listen to your body, and like when you feel that something is not right, it's better to like take a day off, take a day or two off, and just like let your body recover. And definitely if you like still feel it after a while, and like go to the doctor, just like go to the trainers like right away, and don't wait for it, and don't like pretend that it's okay. There are some things that are just like being tired, which is different, but like
Right.
once are going in the direction of an injury, you can sort of feel that just like something's off. And then if you don't react fast enough, then like your injury will get worse. And instead of like being out for a week or two, it'll turn into like a month or two.
Right. Yeah.
So yeah, that's a big thing I learned.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, in terms of like grinding and just like training, working hard, like as the runners, like you try to push through that pain, and try to like just continue to run, and not stop, and just like deal with it later, just overcome it, and try to like just fight through the pain. As runners constantly trying to fight through pains of like legs tired, or like just really exhausted, and trying to push through it mentally, and your body's keep telling you to stop. Sometimes that if there's something like hurting, stuff like that, like it's really important to not risk anything, and just like take care, and just be smart, and just like take care of like what's going on and the pain that you're dealing with, for sure. For sure. I was wondering, what was the process like for you for your college, the college process, and you getting to like Stanford, and looking to like other schools, the decision behind that. I was wondering if you can talk about that, please.
Yeah. So I guess I think I probably started a bit late with the entire process. I know that like a lot of runners already like knew sort of where they wanted to go, like especially at the beginning of senior year, like most people had like their list narrowed down. But I was like I was like nowhere near there yet. Still talking to a lot of schools, but in the end, I guess what really helped me decide was like when I went on like my college visits, and like just spending time with the team was really valuable to me, and getting to know all the coaches. And I was like super happy that I got to like get that I had the opportunity to talk to all these great coaches, and like from like all these amazing programs. And but nevertheless, it was like a difficult decision for me, just because I really liked all the schools that I visited,
Hmm.
and I felt like I could see myself on like a bunch of different teams. But in the end, I guess it was that Stanford definitely had like I thought the best combination of both like incredible athletics and
For
academics.
sure,
And
absolutely.
just the team spirit was just amazing also. And yeah, so I really enjoyed my visit there. And it was also difficult, just like making the choice of like going so far from like Ann Arbor and knowing that like I was also considering like the University of Michigan, and a lot of my friends were going there, and I was just thinking like, oh, I feel like really safe and comfortable here because I know the place. But I guess in the end, I just decided to try something new, and so yeah, it's quite a way from here, but I'm excited.
Nice, nice. That's awesome. Um, for sure. I was wondering, what are some of the other schools that you're interested, besides U Michigan?
So the schools that I ended up visiting were so I visited like Stanford and Michigan and Princeton, Harvard, and Yale.
Nice.
So I was like looking into the Ivy Leagues a lot, but
Hmm. Got you. I was wondering, through all those schools, and as you mentioned, it's like really hard, and you can, see yourself in all those schools and team as well. What was besides Stanford academic and athletic? I was wondering, like, what kind of like was like tipping or like the key or like that kind of like spark that kind of separated that really wanted you together.
yeah, I think it was just like how when I saw the team interacting with each other
Hmm.
and like and also like with me just like coming in there and I really enjoyed like going to practice with them and well not like official practice but just running with some of the girls
Right.
and I think I guess what made them stand out was just like they're all very cheerful and like all the teams were so it's hard to say but like it it was more than just like getting together to run. They
Right.
were just like really interconnected and like all like family, like sort of like my high school team,
Okay.
and um, definitely like hung out a lot, just like outside from practice and spent a lot of time with each other. So I knew that like these people cared for each other, and not just because they were great runners, but like because they were like great friends as well.
Right.
And also Coach Clark is just like amazing. So
Understand. Yeah, and also in terms of you mentioning like kind of started late too. Yeah, I heard like Corey Smith and Carly DeRoss started, and like some other runners I know like they started. Yeah, those people they started late as well. Like after, like all the big races and national races. So yeah, and also like one of my friend was running for UCLA. Like he wished that he done it later, like after season, so he can like mainly focus, during season and the races, because it kind of like affected him of training wise and focusing on mindset season because he was traveling a lot and trying to decide which college.
yeah, fall season was crazy. I basically was out of town every weekend, either for racing or for a college visit.
Right.
And so, also it was hard with school. I remember like I was talking to all my teachers saying like, "Oh, I'm gonna be gone for
Right.
like 2 days this week because I'm going there." Or, like I'm like even I remember when I like went to Lisbon for the European Championships. So my teachers were like, "Wow, why are you going to Lisbon all of a sudden in the middle of the year?" But like so yeah, it was definitely kind of wild. Also trying to balance all my other extracurriculars. Oh, I was so behind on like science Olympiad, I remember. But
Mhm.
it was like in the end, I think it was worth it because I was able to find like place.
Right.
So
It must be pretty tiring too, just mentally and also like just body, just like traveling a lot and the plane rides.
uh, changing time zones a
Right.
lot.
Hmm. Sure. I was wondering prior to trying to find a college, like, did you reach out to them or like was it kind of a combination of both, like you reaching out and them talking to you and stuff like that?
Yeah. So, well, for some schools contacted me, and then like others I reached out to. Like I actually reached out to Coach Club first.
Okay.
So, but then we started talking and like on the phone and all that, and then
Oh, sorry.
coming for a visit. So, um, yeah, I guess it worked both ways.
Got you. And I was wondering, do you know what you want to major in?
So I'm looking. I'm not exactly sure yet, but I wanted to do pre-med.
Oh, nice.
So I think I'm going to major in something related to biology or else like looking at biomedical engineering. So,
Got it. And you want to end up running pro, right? Is that your goal and your plan?
I mean, I think it's really hard to say at this point because a lot of things might happen in the next 4 years,
Hmm.
but that would be something I'd be like so excited for, and just like competing on a higher level
Hmm.
is something that I really, really wish to accomplish.
Got it. And I was wondering in college, it's all about like growing as a person, and big things is about like growth as well. Like, how do you want to grow as a person, at Stanford, and take away from your experience in college and graduate and go in adult life as well?
Yeah, I definitely want to figure out how to
Hmm.
be an adult. But I think I guess I'd like to, well, both learn a lot in the like area that I'll be studying, but also just like to I guess grow more like as a person and like knowing how to like take care of myself
Hmm.
better and like setting like goals that are like far in the future and like how to accomplish those goals and just like how to make big decisions and important decisions.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's definitely something I still gotta work on. So,
Got it. Nice. And I know you have to go. If meeting at 3. So last question. I was wondering, what do you want your legacy to be in life?
oh wait, sorry, I didn't catch
Yeah,
that. Can you repeat?
I'm just saying, like, yeah, I know you have to go. You have a meeting at 3, so I just want to close it off with the last question. Like, what do you want your legacy to be in life?
Um, wait, what do I want my?
What do you want your legacy to be in life?
Oh, I wait. I don't actually. I think I just like can't hear what you're saying. Like,
I
what
was
do
saying,
I?
can you hear me now?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I was saying, like, asking you what you want your legacy to be in life.
What I want my legs to mean in
No,
life?
legacy.
Oh, legacy.
Yeah,
Okay. Sorry, I didn't catch that.
it's all good.
Okay. I guess. Just. Huh. That's hard to say.
Yeah.
But like, I'd say, um, whatever. Like, enjoy whatever you like doing, and also make sure that what you're doing like benefits other people, or like if as long as like you know that you're what you're doing is something that you enjoy and something that others can benefit from, then I think it makes it valuable, and so that will like make you want to pursue that.
Got it.
So
Nice, nice. And now you have a meeting later on. I was wondering, like, do you still have a little bit more time, or you don't have that much time?
I could probably do like 5 more minutes because I
Sorry?
guess it's okay if I like, get on a little late. Yeah,
Okay, how many more minutes? Or, like, what do you say?
5 more minutes
Okay,
is
for
that okay?
sure. Okay, thank you, thank you. All right. Yeah, and I was wondering, what would you say is like your inspiration in life?
Oh, I guess I get my inspiration from a lot of sources,
Mhm.
but some of it, like, you mean like running wise or just in general?
Yeah, just in general, or and if you include running as well.
Yeah. So I guess running wise, I get a lot of inspiration from my coaches and just like their experience, and also um, other like pro runners that I've
Mhm.
met, and that I got to like that shared some of their experiences with. I found that very valuable. Um, but just in general, I guess from my parents, and also from like my teachers and those around me. Um, yeah, I guess I just find their insight very valuable.
Got it. And I was wondering if you have like a favorite runner that you look up to.
I have a few.
Mhm.
Um, So I was really happy to at FootLocker to meet Emma Coburn. She's like one
Nice,
of my
yeah.
favorite idols, and so it was really fun to um, have her actually be our like team captain.
Yeah, that's
So
awesome.
yeah.
Cool, cool. I was wondering if you're like part of any clubs at school.
Yeah. So I do Science Olympiad,
Oh, cool.
and I also do choir, which is like a club.
Nice. So for science and labor, what do you do specifically in the club, and like how yeah, what do you do?
Um, so I do like most of the like bio-related events.
Hmm.
So some of my events like this year were like really, like in the fields of genetics and like biomolecular like stuff and protein modeling, that kind of stuff.
Got it. And I was wondering, if you could have food with three people living or dead, who would it be?
Wow. Okay. I would actually have to think of long for that.
Okay.
Three people. Okay. Can I like? Oh no, this is
It's
gonna
okay
sound
if
so
you don't know.
bad.
It's all good. We can just
I'd
move on
like
to the next
to.
question.
One of these would probably be Emma Watson because I know her.
I'm a huge fan of Emma Watson too. Nice, nice. That's awesome. And I was wondering, what is your favorite movie, or yeah, what are some of your favorite movies and like TV shows?
Okay, movies. I love all the Harry Potter movies and Marvel.
Nice.
And TV show. My favorite TV show is Sherlock, the
Okay.
BBC version.
Cool, cool.
So, and I
So
just like love all the Harry Potter books. I'm just a huge Harry Potter
nice.
fan.
Is
So,
there favorite like Harry Potter? Is your favorite movie?
um, I really like the second one and the
Second one,
second
Sorcerer's
book,
Stone.
but I don't know. I like all of them.
Nice, nice. Cool, cool. And I was wondering, what are some of your favorite artists and songs that music you like to listen to?
Oh my gosh, I like don't really have like any specific artist that
Okay.
I can listen to like a bunch of like random music, I
Uh huh.
guess. Um, yeah, I don't know. I used to listen to a lot of One Direction, but
Okay, nice.
like
Got you. And I was wondering, what are some things that like you like to do in your free time besides running and some of your hobbies?
um I do piano.
Oh, cool, nice.
Yeah, and then I also just like I like just doing random crafts, I
Uh huh.
guess, like embroidery or like scrapbooking.
Hmm.
Yeah, so it's fun. And I just like love going outside and just like doing any kind of activity, just like going on a bike ride or just I don't know, like swimming, whatever.
Hmm. Nice, nice. How long you been playing the piano for?
A while, but like recently I didn't have like that much time to
Uh huh.
practice, so I'm pretty bad at it. But like I've
Oh,
been
okay.
playing since like elementary school, so.
How dang. Is there like a favorite song that you like to play?
Um, I don't have like a single one, but I like Chopin a lot, so.
Cool. Nice, nice. And yeah, just concluding the last question. How do you like to spend good quality time with your family?
Um, let's see, what do we actually do? My sister and I just go on bike rides all the time and like hang out with friends, but then like in my family we just like I guess we play some like card games
Hmm.
or that like any kind, and then or like I play computer games with my sisters, so do.
Got it. Well, Sophia, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. It was a pleasure talking with you, and yeah, take care. Have a good one.
You too.
All right.
Time to you.
Bye.